Hello you gorgeous people, this is Chris from TechSpert and I'm here with LG's latest wearable, the Watch W7, shown off at CES 2019. It's an Android Wear watch, but it's actually a curious blend of your traditional analog watch and a smartwatch, because as you can see there, it's actually got mechanical hands built into it. So let's get it set up, have a full tour of the hardware and everything else, and see what the W7 is like. And don't forget, for more on the latest and greatest smartwatches, to plug, subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So first off, let's check what you actually get in the box. It's pretty straightforward by the looks of it. You get a charger, of course. This isn't a UK charger because it's not a UK review model, but the hardware and software and everything should basically be the same. Charging cable, of course, and a quick start guide. And like most modern smartwatches, of course, it comes with a proprietary charging dock as well. So when it comes time to charge up the old Watch W7, all you need to do is just slap it on there. Make sure the dock is all connected, of course, to a power source, and then that'll power it back up again. It's not the most premium of charging docks that we've played with. It's just a sort of a basic plastic shell, but it does seem to hold the watch in there pretty solidly as well. I guess there must be a magnetic connection. And of course, you get a lovely cleaning cloth to give your Watch W7 a good buffing up when required and keeping it looking all shiny and sleek. We take a tour of the hardware first of all. As you can see, quite a chunky monkey, the W7, with its stainless steel frame. Definitely a hefty mother as well. Weighs 80 grams apparently, although it feels a lot more than that, that's for sure. Probably because a lot of the smartwatches I've tested out are generally quite sort of lightweight these days. But if you want something with a proper premium feel, premium heft to it, then this will do the job. Gotta say, I'm quite liking the premium design though. As you can see, all the numbers are actually etched into the surface, and of course, because you've got those actual mechanical hands, you'll be able to use it just as a watch. There is a just a watch mode, I believe, which keeps you going for about 100 days on a single charge. As you can see on this side here, you get 3 different push buttons as well, and it should be fully touchscreen controls as well. It's got the usual array of accelerometers, gyrometers, barometers, apart from, unfortunately, a heart rate monitor. As you can see there, no HR sensor built into the back of the LG Watch W7. That's a bit of a shame because most modern smartwatches do come with that functionality now, even the ones that only cost around £150–200. The watch is IP68 dust and water resistant though, so that's quite reassuring. You can leave it on if you go in the shower, doing the washing up or anything. They recommend not to use it for swimming, though it should survive because it can survive, I believe its depths of up to 1.5 meters for around 30 minutes. As for the actual strap, it's a standard 22mm strap, so you can swap that out at any point and replace it with another one, just as well because the strap that comes with it is a fairly boring, straightforward rubber affair. Definitely lacks the premium look and feel of the actual watch body itself. But thanks to that quick release catch, it's very easy to pull the old one off and then you can just slap a new one on when needed. I guess the rubber band would work quite nicely if you're tracking a bit of fitness action, but when you're actually hitting the town for a night out with the lads or whatever, you can maybe stick a nice leather one on instead. Let's see if we can actually get it powered up. I don't actually know which one's the on button, but I'm assuming this big middle one. Yep, unsurprisingly, there we go. The actual display itself, it's a 1.2-inch LCD. Ooh, very snazzy, there you go. Quite fluid hand action there by the looks of it, very snazzy. It's just showing off now. As I was saying, it's 1.2-inch LCD panel. So not OLED, unfortunately, again, unlike some premium smartwatches that you get these days. And it's a 360 by 360 pixel resolution for, I believe it's 300 pixels per inch. So it should be nice and crisp. And there we go, it's running the latest version of Wear OS as well. So when it comes time to set it up, what you'll need to do is download the Wear OS app onto your iPhone or Android device. Just open that up and click Start Setup. Now, ever so slightly awkward is going to be at times because obviously Wear OS is designed for smartwatches that don't have mechanical hands. So as you can see there, mechanical hands are actually blocking out some of the text and everything, but hopefully shouldn't prove too annoying. And now we've just got to wait for the app to catch up. Right, there we go. So we found the LG watch, so it's now connecting up. Right, so as you can see there, we are all set. So there you go, LG Watch W7 all set up. Of course, I won't go too much into actual Wear OS itself because I do that pretty much every time I cover a smartwatch. It's basically the same old Wear OS we know and love. You can directly control some of the settings via the app itself, such as, for instance, the watch face that shows up. And you can also play around with notification settings. So as you can see there, it's currently on for pretty much every app, basically. You can also turn on an always on screen as well, although that's not quite as necessary since you've actually got the analog hands. You can check the time whenever you want without needing to turn that on. We do have the tilt to wake option and all of that anyway. And of course you can get an update on the actual battery life as well. As you can see there, we've got pretty much a full charge already, so that's great. and it's on brightness level 5 of 10 at the moment, so let's just boost that up a bit and that'll make things a bit easier to see. As you can see there, the default watch face is, to put it perfectly frank, a bit ugly, so let's get rid of that. You do get, of course, plenty of other options as well, and of course you can download plenty more as well from the Google Play Store. Let's just go for something nice and simple. Let's go for the iconic one. There we go. As usual with Wear OS, you just swipe down to quickly access the settings. You swipe up and you get all of your notifications right there. So as you can see, we've already got a watch update waiting for us. And then just do your usual swipe in to dismiss anything that's not particularly exciting. And of course you can tap your way in. And as I mentioned before, the analog hands do kind of get a little bit in the way of the text, but not to the degree that you can't actually read it at least, which is good. The screen itself seems perfectly fine for an LCD, sort of reasonably punchy colours, not as bright and bold as an OLED panel would be, of course, but certainly nice and crisp, no worries with legibility or anything. And as you can see there, the viewing angles are pretty good as well. As you tilt it away, you can still actually see what is going on. Now you can turn on the screen with a quick tap of that central button at any point, and you can hibernate it again just by putting your hand over the screen, as you can see there. If you actually press and hold that central button, then you'll bring up the Google Assistant. As with most smartwatches, you access your apps by pushing in that central button. As you can see there, that then brings up this kind of spinny menu, which you can then flick through, and you can choose exactly what you need. Or alternatively, of course, you can just use the touchscreen, which works just as well. In fact, it's probably a lot faster. You, of course, have full access to the Play Store, so you can download new stuff direct through the watch, which is always good to see. Let's get a bit of Spotify on the go. So that's just busy downloading now. And as you can see, plenty of other apps on the go as well. Good bit of Google Fit action to track all of your wandering abouts. Bit of Translate, weather, torch, all the usual shenanigans. And on top of that, you also get the LG Master Tools. As you can see there, that just gives you fast access to the likes of a compass, an altimeter, stopwatch, a timer, a barometer, things like that. So just pull up the compass, for instance, and there you go. That looks accurate to me because I have a north-facing garden, which means it's dark and dingy 360 days of the year. Awesome stuff. And this top button actually shunts the screen up and sets the mechanical hands so they're horizontal. So that's probably pretty good if you're actually trying to read some text. So as you can see there, if you're in an email and for whatever reason you're struggling to see what is actually going on, all you need to do is just hold down that top button and it'll lay the hands down nice and flat and actually bump up the screen so you can see what is going on. Not a bad little idea. And if you press and hold in that bottom button, that's how you turn on the Just a Watch feature. So as you can see there, you would have 113 days of battery life using that Just a Watch mode. Just give that a little tick and it'll then shut down Wear OS and it'll work as Just a Watch. So that is the LG Watch W7. As I see, it's a bit of a shame that it's missing a couple of those key features, such as a heart rate sensor, especially as it's quite sort of a nice premium looking device. However, it's definitely unique among smartwatches with those mechanical hands, and as you can see in the Just a Watch mode, it does actually keep you going. Of course, alternatives are available, the likes of, for instance, the Withens Steel smartwatch, which offers about a month's worth of battery life between charges, and that's with the full notification support and everything as well, because as you can see, it's got the dinky little display built into a proper analog face. So what do you reckon? Are you tempted by the LG Watch W7? Definitely let us know in the comments down below. And as I say, don't forget to plug, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest wearable tech. Cheers everyone, love you!